Hey everyone, happy Monday night and welcome to our weekly Facebook Live. My name is Ann Granger and welcome to my happy place, aka my studio. This is where you will find me majority of the days. I love spending time in here. I love creating. Sometimes I just come in here and play my music and just organize or just stamp, whatever it is that makes me happy. I love doing it in here. Popping on just a few minutes after 7 so Facebook can let you know I got live, and that gives me a chance to check my settings and make sure everything looks great. I hope you've had a great day here in Southwest. It's a much cooler day than what we've had all weekend. We were like 40 degrees, which is 40 with humidity, which this girl does not do, humidity and heat. So I'm happy to stay inside and stamp, but I do like sitting outside, you know, at least in the shade, but it's still too hot to sit outside. Just making sure I find myself here. Let me know if you're here. Say hi, like, comment, and share my video. That's the best compliment you can give me. And it's also, we want other people doing this stamping community with us. So everybody in the world right now needs something that they can relax and recharge, and stamping is that for a lot of people. So we would love you to invite your friends into our crafting community. So if you know me, you know that I go live twice a week, Mondays and Wednesday nights at 7 p.m. Eastern time. I bring you a product of the week, and then around that product of the week, I show you a scrapbook page, and I also show you some cards. Now, because I'm home in the summer, I've added in a third Facebook Live. That will be, for the month of July, it will be Tuesday mornings at 10 a.m. Eastern time. I'm excited to share with you and craft with you more. I don't know about you, but I definitely need it. So I feel if I need it, there's other people in the world that need it too. So if you know me, you know that I'm a huge fan of chocolate, and my chocolate supplies are getting low. So I definitely need to go buy some more, but in this heat, by the time I got home, it would probably be melted. Anyways, I'm still working on my chocolate. This is my chocolate bowl. I don't know if I've ever told you this story, but this was my grandmother. So every time I would go visit my grandmother was born in Ireland. She had all the Irish crystal. And I was saying one day, oh, I really like that bowl, Grandma. It's so nice. And she actually put my name on it so that she's like, well, Anne-Marie, and when I'm not here anymore, then, you know, you can have this. So it sits in my room, and it makes me think of my grandma every time. So it is filled with yummy Dove chocolate, which is my favorite. Hello, Shonda. Thanks for watching tonight. All right. So this week, I am doing a throwback. I'm calling it Declutter Your Space. Because I don't know about you, but I'm sure you've got like stacks and stacks of paper that are just sitting there. So on the weekend, well, actually last week, I was going through my paper, just kind of seeing what was like what I had, and I was like, oh my gosh, I have this Otterly awesome, Otterly adorable designer series paper that wasn't even touched. That was a product that was released back in January. I'm like, oh my gosh, like it's 6 months and I haven't even used it. I'm sure I'm not alone. Raise your hand, right? We all have that. So my goal is I'm going to help you declutter your stash, because we want to buy new. We want to get the new things, but we can't do that when we have spaces that are taking up our things because of stuff we haven't used. So tonight I am showcasing you the Otterly Amazing Bundle, which is stamp set and dies. So many of you might already have this bundle in your collection, and it's just waiting to be stamped. Raise your hand. I'm sure there's lots of us that do that too. So this week I am showcasing my projects around this. And when I was designing my projects, my scrapbook layout tonight, I figured would be a great summer one, because maybe you're going on an adventure and you're going to the zoo, or you're near like an aquarium where you see like otters, or you're traveling. I know when we were on cruises, you would see the otters laying up on the poles and that. And when I was designing my cards, I went birthday cards, and I thought of young like kids, because we always need birthday cards. So that is what we're focusing on tonight. But I do have some things to share with you, so let me flip my camera and get started. Stampin' Up! Just announced a huge sale, and I want to share that with you, and I'm going to share the projects with you tonight, and then we're going to get into our stamping. So let me flip my camera. You're going to see my front. I wish I could show you the beautiful outside. It's a lovely day out there today, but oh my gosh, I get the west sun and that sun will just be in my eyes and not what I need. All right, so let me just make sure my camera flips here and I can see what we have. All right, I think review might look pretty good tonight. I wish I had a spot that just I could leave up my camera space and not have to touch it. That would be like so great, because I feel like every week we do this. Okay, Shonda, if you are here still, let me know if it looks good on your end. Like you can see the view, everything looks bright. I think it looks pretty good. All right, so tonight, or this week, we're showcasing the Otterly Amazing Bundle, which comes with the stamp set and dies. So the stamp set it's cute. Like, it says you're utterly amazing. You could use that for graduation, like just a congrats card. It's got these cute little otters. You can definitely use this like as an anniversary card. And I thought these would just be cute to use for like birthday cards. So, or for travel. It is a photo polymer stamp, which means it's two-step stamping. And then it also comes with these adorable dies. Now, I had the stamp set. I had the paper, but did not have the stamp set. So I borrowed it from a team member, and I'm grateful that they let me use it. So these are the dies that go with the stamp. And as you can see, you can stamp and die cut. So that matches that one. That matches that one. This matches this. This big one matches here. So there's lots that you can do with this. I don't know what this is. If anyone knows what this might be, I tried to figure that out, but I was like, what could that be? Then you know, it has like a cute log and it has some leaves and all that. So that's really good. Okay, so we have the dies and the stamp set. So we're gonna put those off to the side because we will be using them. Also, I wanted to show you, so this is where my inspiration came from, is I had a full pack of this designer series paper, and I was like, what the heck am I going to do with this paper? And then I was like, you know what? We're going to use it. The best part, this paper is on sale. So if you really like this paper, which is great for like, I think, travel, nautical, like a little bit of sea, it's only $10.20 in the Canadian market. And it's on sale, and it's in the last chance list. So the bundle is there. It's still available, and then I think the suite is still available. So anyways, super cute paper. Lots of coordinating colors in it. There's lots you can do with it, so you can mix and match. So I'm going to show you a couple cards with those this week during our Facebook Lives, but I'm also going to show you how to use that in our scrapbook page tonight. Also in this suite that I had was this Lost Lagoon, what's it called? Lost Lagoon soft cording. And I was like, what is that? But look at this. Like, this would be great just to, look at that pretty. It's very soft, easy to work with, great for tying bows. So that is also available. And then there are embellishments. I looked to see if I had the embellishments and I don't, but there is some embellishments that are still available. Here's one of the pieces of papers, the patterns, and I wanted to show you because as I shared with you, those dies not only cut out your stamped images, but they will also cut out your DSP. So this is a great way to maximize your dies. I love that Stampin' Up! Does this, that you can stamp and die cut or die cut from the pattern paper, which saves you if you don't want to fussy cut. So that is a great one right there. Super cute. I love these little guys. I thought they were cute. And then some of them, obviously, I would fussy cut out with a pair of our paper snips. Okay, let me show you the dies we were using. So if you know me, you know that I love to create titles on my page. Your titles should have, your scrapbook pages should have some titles. And you should document and journal your feelings. So I use the mini alphabet dies. This is my #1 alphabet. I love this. And there's also the alphabet La Mode. I like this one because you can do one big cut and you get all the letters. So we're going to be using those tonight. I've already die cut them out just to save us time. Also, I've used the Spotlight on Nature dies, which are beautiful dies. I kept looking at these and finally I broke down and got them at the April when I found out they were carrying over for another year. I really, really like them. I think I love this like little stitched look, but you get 12, so they intermix with each other. So those are great dies. If you have not purchased, are looking to purchase some new dies, I would highly recommend Spot On Nature dies. Okay, before I get started, I wanted to share with you, and I have it on page 78. So this is our 2026 annual catalog. So if you live here in Canada and you do not have a demonstrator and you're thinking, hey, like I'd like to get into some crafting, let me know and I can pop one in the mail for you. If you're local, you can pick one up. But what I wanted to share with you is Stampin' Up! Just announced that our two-tone cardstock, I had my page, where did it go, is going to be on sale. So if you follow me in my Scrapbook Lives, you would know that I use the two-tone cardstock a lot. You will find it on page 77. Two-tone cardstock is 12 by 12. It's light paper, but it's meant for like sanding, shading, tearing. There's lots you can do with it. And you know what? I actually remembered we had something. I don't even know where that is. But I wanted to show you like these. It's two tones. I'm not going to show you all of it. These are some of the colors that I have. But the one thing now is Stampin' Up! Carries all of our 50 colors, and you can get them in all the two-tone. That is the only way you will be able to purchase 12 by 12. Plus, you will also be able to purchase it in card packs. So like if you're looking for a card pack, you could get it that way if it's part of a collection. So let's just example. Here's Bubble Bath. You can see that one side is dark and one side is light. That's just meant for your two-step, for when you're, sanding, or my favorite way is embossing them and then sanding the embossing, and then you get this nice look. So as you can see, our two-tone cardstock is 20% off for 3 days only, starting July 9th. So grab your catalog. If you don't have a catalog, go online, type in two-tone cardstock, and create your list. 20% off. That's pretty good. So let's see, $13.75 here in Canada market. I'm just getting out my trusty calculator. Tell you, oops, you actually save like almost $3 off each pack, so that's pretty good especially if you wanted to add some new collections. Okay, so we have that. So let's get started, and I'm going to bring in our scrapbook page. So tonight we are creating one side, and then I'm going to show you the second side so you can see what it looks like. As I said, I've already done, so I'm actually using the White Willow two-tone cardstock. And I am going to bring this in just to make sure that I have the right side. Okay, I'm going to leave this here for a minute because I want to make sure I get my papers together. All right, I love this pattern. I think it's like there's so much you can do with it. You could use this for like, it doesn't even have to be something that goes with the otters. It could be totally like botanical. Like you could use this for a thank you card. There's so much you can do with it. I really like the colors. So Old Olive, Lost Lagoon, Old Olive, Balmy Blue, Pretty Peacock, and Lost Lagoon. So that paper there, I will put this video up on my blog in the next few days, and all the measurements will be there. And then I have this piece now. The reason why I just want to make sure is that, oops, I think my paper is, I just want to make sure that I have it right. Okay, let me bring in my adhesive. So let's do this. Now, I would love to know, are you a glue person or are you a tape runner? I'm almost out of tape runner. And I have resorted to glue to try it. I'm trying something new to see how it will go. I have a love-hate relationship, but I'm starting to enjoy it more and more. So hopefully I can do that more and more. Okay, so I'm just putting my paper down, and I keep forgetting that. I don't know if I can zoom out a little bit for you guys. Hi, Kathy. Thanks for stopping by tonight. Oh, I can't. No, I was trying to see if I can zoom out for you guys, but I couldn't. All right, so there's that. As I said, I have this gorgeous floral. I love this pattern. I love the colors in it, I think is the most. This is pretty too. Like you could totally use this for some beach pages, travel pages. Oh, okay, there we go. So whether you are a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator or you are a customer, you will get that 20% off those two-tone cardstocks, which is super, super nice. All right, let's just put this down. All right, so there's that. I have my photo mats, which are pretty peacock. I love this color. So my photo mats are 4 1/4 by 6 1/4, so I can put a 4 by 6 photo. I have talked about how I print my photos. I actually use a Canon selfie printer. Highly, highly recommend it. I discovered that back in like 2014, and I had one till probably, I want to say like 2020, 2021. It like just died on me. So it lasted a long time, and I print a lot of pictures. Highly recommend it. If you don't have one, look into it. If you have any questions about it, let me know. But that is how I print a lot of my photos. Unless it's like a big one, then I will definitely not, I will print them off at a place. So I have 2 mats that are 4 1/4 by 6 1/4, and then I have one that is 4 1/4 by 4 1/4. So you can either put a 4 by 4 photo on this, or this could be your journaling page. I'm just going to turn it on the side so you guys can see it. I keep forgetting that I need to zoom. I think I want to try to zoom out a bit. Okay, I am going to put these down because I know that I want these here. So let's go ahead and put these down. And the one thing I find about the glue is you don't really need a lot of it. Okay, so let's do this one. Why is it when I start Facebook Lives? Oh my gosh. I'm not sure if you guys can hear that in the background. Okay, so I have that. Now I'm just going to set this aside for you for a minute. So I am working off of our glass mat. If you do not have a glass mat, I would highly recommend one. It's probably one of my like top 10 must-have tools in your craft room. I actually missed out when it came apart as a pre-order. I went to order it and they were already sold out. So they finally came back last year, and as soon as they came back, I actually ordered one and I absolutely love it. I have not used grid paper since. I love how it stamps. I love that you can do everything on here. So one of the things you get with the glass mat is this cute little like silicone holder. It's meant for like, you can put your Stampin' Spots in here, like you can put your pieces, or you can put some like blending and all that. I actually use it for die cutting. I saw this tip on from my friend Rose, so shout out to my friend Rose for that. So I have actually gone ahead and cut out all the pieces that we need, and I just put them in here. So now I just lay this on top of my scrapbook layout. I have things like prepped and they're sitting on my desk for Facebook Lives, and I just grabbed it. So I love that. So if you have this and you're wondering like, how can I use that? Here's a great little tip for you. All right, it's gonna pull this off to the side. I'm gonna bring this back in. So as I told you, we are using those, Spotlight on Nature dies. And so I used this one, and then I used this one. See, I love this. I just love that part. But this one nestles really nice in here. But before we glue this down, we're going to do a little bit of stamping. So let's bring that in. We're going to use the greeting that says, "Utterly amazing. You're utterly amazing." So I think we all need to hear that in today's world. So repeat that again. You're utterly amazing. You are amazing. I have been reading. I'm not much of a reader, but I'm trying to do new things. And Stampin' Up! Last year gifted us a Kindle reader for one of their events. And I'm reading the book, Be Who You Came to Be. And I absolutely love it. It's a good book. So if you are looking for a new read, I would suggest that one. Okay, You're Utterly Amazing being stamped in Pretty Peacock onto our white, and I'm a little low, but that's okay. All right, so let's close that up so I don't get my hand in there. because, you know, that's probably what I would do. Stick my hand in it. I actually have to probably tell you this story. I don't know if I've ever told you this story. So my craft room is on my main floor, just off my kitchen. And the one day I was up really early, and I was getting ready to go to work, and I was like, oh, like I have time. I was working on a project, and I was like, oh, I should work on this project. Had a white shirt. I'm sure you can tell where this story is going. And I went to stamp, and I went to clean my stamps and leaned into the ink pad. Yep, I had a nice black ink mark on my white shirt. So I don't stamp in good clothes. I stamp in like clothes that, you know, are okay if they get ruined, just for that reason. All right, so we have this, and before we put the glue this down, we're actually gonna bring in some leaves. So as I said, I've already die cut these leaves out from the Otterly Amazing Dies. I used Lost Lagoon, Pretty Peacock, Old Olive, and Crumb Cake. And what we're gonna do is I'm just gonna spread these out here because they're getting tangled. Is we're just going to bring those, and we're gonna do this a little bit here. So, yeah, so don't stamp in, like if you stamp in white, you like, kudos to you, because I can't do it. I love white shirts, but me and white shirts don't get along, and I feel like this is going to drop on me here. There we go. Just trying to get some glue going here. I should wear an apron. That's what I should wear. I actually have one with my name on it. I should wear that. That would be nice. Maybe. What do you think? All right. So I would love to know, you can tell me, love to know where you're watching from, and if you're watching on the replay. Oh my gosh, I feel like my glue is getting down here. Oh, that's too much. Shout out to the replay warriors, because I know sometimes watching live is hard. Oops. So just adding some color here, just different pieces. My puppy is like under my feet here. Oh my gosh, my glue, this is the part, like my glue is just starting to, I think it's getting near the end. Okay, and then we're gonna bring in a Lost Lagoon color here. I should have used, you know what I should have used? Yep, if my friend Katie was here, she would have said, why didn't you use adhesive strips? And I would have been like, cause I forget. I just wanna watch myself go through all the cutting. I'm sure she's laughing if she's watching the video. Hello, Diane, thanks for watching tonight. Hope you've had a great day. Oh my gosh. Oh, here we go. Okay. I have to dig out my next one. All right, let's just put that there. Okay, so there's our leaves. It's kind of like camouflages in with the leaves in the water, but I think it just adds that little extra touch. So I am going to adhere this down. I might have to dig up my next glue. Okay. Oh, there we go. We got some going. All right. Make sure the words are facing the right way, because that's what we need. I have already done the word great. Kathy says, watch and replay in High River, Alberta. I was in my craft room during your live. Ah, in your craft room. Do you spend a lot of time in your craft room, Kathy? You're actually live with me right now, Kathy. Okay, I am doing my letters here. Just let me sort them out. So I cut my letters out in Old Olive, and I want to think it's the two-tone olive because it feels lighter than our regular cardstock. So, and I have used the mini alphabet dies. So remember, if you are wanting to get into scrapbooking or think about getting into scrapbooking, these are great dies to add. Okay, the only thing I don't like about the glue is when my fingers get glue on them, then they get sticky. Just trying to line up my words here. Okay, so we have the word great. Now I'm just gonna make sure I like where they are. I'm using another one of my favorite tools, which is the Take-A-Pic tools. If you don't have one of these in your craft room, these are also a must. They're great for just doing what I was doing or picking up embellishments. Okay, let me, this glue is driving me crazy. Let me switch to a new glue. So you can bear with me for a minute here while I open it. And hope that we don't have big. I just realized that you were live, but I wasn't. I was in my craft room earlier. It's the best place to spend time. Oh yes, this is much better. Okay, now the glue's gonna come out quick. I'm slowly trying to get into my summer routine. Last week, my body was just like, what happened? I went from like this crazy busyness at work to like basically just doing nothing. And my body hurt. Like my body was sore just from the busyness of my days in June. So my coworker stopped by today and I was like, she's like, oh my God. She's like, I think I hit my wall last night. And I was like, right? So I've been taking it easy. I have been spending time in my room. I have been working on a puzzle. I finished a puzzle within 4 days, so I started a new one today. And yeah, I've been reading, sitting outside, going for walks, so it's kind of been nice. I'm enjoying this slow pace. Is this what retirement looks like? Because sign me up. Definitely sign me up. Okay. I have already cut out these adorable little otters, and I thought, like I said, this page would be great for a travel page, or maybe just somebody you want to say you're amazing. Either way, I think it's a great way. But I think this would be a fun page to do for a travel page. Like maybe you're going to an aquarium, or you're on a cruise and you see all these adorable little otters out in the ocean, which is so cool. Oops. Okay, let me just grab the little minis now. Okay, so here I have to show you. Look at the size of these dimensionals. They are like a must. They are huge. They are a part of one of our paper pumpkin kits. Like, oh my gosh, if you do not have paper pumpkin kits, you need to sign up for one. If you're here in North America market, look at, I'm like, Stampin' Up! Needs to sell this size of dimensionals. Like, it is the best. I will be posting some information about it because this month's kit is super cute. And here in Ontario, we are famous for our strawberries. And oh my gosh, they have a strawberry themed paper pumpkin, which Laundry Buzz, be back in a bit. Okay. We have amazing strawberry place, so local to me, and they have the best strawberries. I need to go get some. So, okay, there is our part there. All right, so let me just move some things out of my way here just to show you what we got going on. Okay, so there is our first page. It says, you're utterly amazing, great. And you're probably thinking, well, what's the other half of the page? So here's the first page that we created together. I'm just gonna move this out of my way so you can see it. How cute is that? Now, if I had some of those embellishments that went with this suite, I definitely would have added like some little embellishments. They almost look like little pebbles in and around my page. So there's the first part. I'll just make sure it gets that to you. There's that. So I'll just put that there so you can see. So the second part, I like to, when you're creating scrapbooking, I like to mirror sometimes what I do. So what I do on one side, I will do on the other. So let's just show you what I did there. All right, so there is the second page. Once again, brought in that water, brought in those, I want to call them like seaweed. Let's call them seaweed. Brought in my pretty peacock photo mats. So these are 4x6. So this actually will hold 5 4x6 photos. And then I brought in some more of those leaves down here that we already did. I brought in another little otter. And then this will be where I will journal. So when you're journaling, you want to describe you want your feelings and emotions to come out from this page. So when you look at these pictures in 20 years, you're going to be like, oh my gosh, you know exactly where you were. Looking at those pictures are going to relive that memory for you. So you want to write who was in it, where it was, the year, because you will know who it is, right? But in 25 years, will you remember everybody in those pictures? So that's why you want to document everybody that's in them and what your feelings, because you're making these layouts for future generations. So when, you know, in 20, 30 years, your family looks back at that, they're going to be like, oh my gosh, I remember that day we were at the aquarium and I got to touch it, like, you know, whatever it is, like, just, you want to live those. So my double page actually says great adventures, which I said to you would be a great one for, I thought this would be a great one for travels. Maybe you're going to an aquarium this summer with your family. This would be a great one to put your pictures on there, especially showcasing the otters. I can't get my full, I must remember next week to do a little bit of a less zoom on my camera. I think I zoomed out just before I started my video because my daughter called and I was showing her our puppy. So I don't think my camera's back to normal. But anyway, so you did get to see the individual pages and how this is going to work. I will upload this video to YouTube probably in the next day or so. And then I will put all this, I will link that video back to my blog. So if you don't follow my blog, head over to www.stampwithann.com and follow my blog. The blog is my hub. That's where I bring everything back. I will put a picture of the double page spread and I will put a picture of each spread and then I will give you the measurements for all the pieces that we used tonight so that you could recreate this paper, this page at home. But you're thinking like, you know what, Ann, I don't know if I have any otter pictures. I'm not really traveling. You could easily switch this out for a different theme. You could do it as a summer barbecue, switch out your materials. You could switch out the pattern papers and the colors and make a Christmas page. You could do a birthday page. So use these layouts as inspiration for you to create layouts around other things, other events that you want to celebrate. Maybe it's a camping page. How cute would that be for a camping page? You could have some like camping DSP, which we have that cute weekend adventure paper. So cute. Then you could put like different elements. I think there's like a mug, maybe like a little fire pit. Like that would be super cute. So there's lots you can do with these pages. Just switch them up. All right, everyone. So this week is a throwback declutter your stash week. We are focusing on the Utterly Amazing bundle and the Utterly Adorable Designer Series paper. I don't know about you, but I have paper in my stash that hasn't even been cut into. This was one of them, but check. We cut it off. We made a project, check. And I'm going to show you 2 more projects in the next 2 days during my Facebook Lives, showcasing birthday cards and how we can make these for little kids or for a person who's an animal lover or just someone who loves animals and loves otters. All right, so here's your schedule. You're going to want to set your alarm for 10 a.m. Eastern time. I will be live tomorrow morning, and I'm going to show you a birthday card. And then 7 p.m. Eastern time, which is our normal time, I will be back showcasing another card. All right, everyone, if you have any questions about anything you saw tonight, please let me know. I would love to hear, what did you think of our layout? What did you think of the pattern paper? It's actually got some great patterns that you, I think, could use for other, like, this would be, I think would make a great thank you card. There's lots you can do. All right, everyone. If you have any questions, you know where to find me, and set your alarms. Join me back tomorrow at 10 a.m. and I will upload this video to YouTube in the next couple days. All right, everyone, have a great rest of your evening. Enjoy your craft time in your room, and I look forward to stamping with you tomorrow. Talk to you soon. Bye.